So this is why I always talk about trusting your intuition and following that inner guidance. There has been a couple of times in my life, including recently on the journey I'm on now, where I did not trust my inner guidance. It happens, and I'm always a work in progress. And then I end up realizing why I should listen, right? So let me just tell you what happened. So basically on the journey I am on now, embarking on, it is a divinely orchestrated journey that I did not create, nor did I want to take, but I knew it was a divinely guided and orchestrated path from my angels, ancestors, spirit guides, universe, and God, okay? Because the calling had been coming to me for about 2 years before I decided to accept it, okay? Now, part of this journey that I'm on now is that I had to walk away from my old reality. I had to cut people off. I had to cut habits off. I had to let my business go, and I was divinely guided not to try to go back and get my business, not to try to work a job for finances, for stability, and not to take out any loans or anything like that, to solely rely on God, the angels, the universe, and ancestors to supply everything I needed along the way while working on my dreams, my passions, and walking in my soul's purpose. It was a lot of things that was meant for me to learn, so I completely get why I had to do what I had to do. And another thing is to never return back to what you walked away from, and and to look back. So that means I had to break free from thoughts, thought patterns, and old habits and limiting beliefs that I had. Sometimes they do come back. So anywho, that meant relying on external factors, people, and God, my angels, the universe to supply anything that was definitely necessary for me to continue moving forward. So recently, the only bill that I kept was my phone bill. I literally let everything go. Everything, of course, if I'm not paying the bill, it's going to get taken. So anywho, but I have been cared for. So anywho, I've always been an advocate of not draining your resources. People that, the same people that's always helping you. That's usually what I tell people. You don't want to drain your resources. I applied that when I actually had my business. So anywho, my phone bill, I was so blessed to be able to keep it on as long as I did. It came up to where it was due again, and it was late. It was about 2 months late. And this particular relative that has been helping me, and bless her, I'm so grateful for her, didn't know my phone was off, and they offered to pay my phone bill. Now, I heard my intuition, the angels, the universe, ancestors, God, speak and say, let her pay the bill. But that limiting belief that I apparently still held on to about draining the resource and me feeling bad because I knew that she had bills, and I heard her significant other fussing about bills, very third dimensional. So I felt bad because I knew she had been helping me, which other people were totally against. So I declined the offer, although God was telling me, let her pay the bill, let her pay the bill. So another idea came to me, obviously from the ego. Tell her about what you've been doing using the WhatsApp, and that way she can communicate with you through the WhatsApp. Again, intuition was loud. Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. I didn't listen, y'all. I did not listen. I ended up telling her about the WhatsApp, which you can use that to talk to people, message people when you are connected to Wi-Fi if your phone is off. And that's what I had did. And I just remember my intuition just got quiet. God, angels, answered everything, just went out. So that was working. Another 2 months went past, and obviously, the phone company wants their money, and they are threatening to go ahead and send everything to collections, which I just didn't care. But at this time, it was just like, it came to me like, dang, if I would have just allowed her to, if I would just accepted that offer, I could have still been stretching it, making it work, just, doing a promise to pay and things of that nature on this journey to keep things going. But what ended up happening is that I ended up allowing it just to go to collections, which is just another thing. I know that when my breakthrough happens and the abundance and everything through the divine guidance actually takes place from all the hard work I have been putting in with my purpose, passion, and my goals and my talents, I'll be able to handle that. But I didn't have to. I did not have to. If I would have just listened and heeded what God had told me to do, that would not have been an issue. If I would have been worried about all of that, because she wouldn't have cared, and I would have been able to bless her. Of course, I would have blessed her. So I'm like, dang, now this is not the first time that has happened, because I end up recalling, the universe, God, and angels, they will replay, they'll send that memory right back to you. Remember when we told you? So when I did have my trucking company, I remember it was a time where my truck had been broken down for like a week and a half, and I had bled my account out to get my semi-truck repaired. And semi-truck expenses are big, they big, that's why, but we make a lot of money. But it was like my truck wasn't bringing money in because I needed it. So I remember I bled my account out, and I got the work done, and I remember God telling me, don't take out no business loan, you're gonna be good. My angels, my ancestors, they always telling me, don't take out no loan. I didn't listen because I was very much so insecure that my truck was going to break down. I wouldn't have no money in my business account, and I wouldn't have had opportunity to run that bag up, go chase that money, which I have another video on there about not doing that, and boom, going out there to get it. So what happens, I end up taking out a business loan. I asked for $8,000, they gave me $12,000, right? And they was happy. So they gave me this $12,000. Now they didn't tell me this, and apparently I didn't read the contract. I kind of acted off impulse, and I was ready to get back to work. And I didn't read the contract thoroughly, small print, right? And they don't do interest. They just do a flat rate. So I asked for 8. These jokers gave me 12. They knew what they was doing, and I ended up paying them back $18,000 in the course of, I think it was 5 months. 5 months. And I felt every bit of that payment. And when it was done, right, the 5 months, I realized my truck never broke down again, or after that. I was able to put the money back, but that $18,000 that I ended up paying, which the difference really would have been 6, but that could have stayed in my business account, and I could have applied that to other expenses, or, you know, somewhere else besides giving it to somebody else's company, right? So I was like, you told me not to do it, God. You told me not to do it, and I didn't listen. So look, everything to the side, because somehow the ego has a way of dressing itself up as vulnerability, taking advantage of your insecurities, you know, but it's good to bring this to the surface so you can work on it, because the next time I am guided to do something, you best believe I didn't learn. I don't care what the circumstances are, what it looks like, what I feel like, you know, it ain't about me, you know, because that guidance that you're getting above, if it's not going to help you at the very moment, it's definitely going to help you in the long run to keep you moving, to keep you going, or whatever, until your next season, or whatever is meant for you. Okay, these are stepping stones put in place, and we gotta heed that. We gotta be open. We have to be aware. We have to be obedient. We need to listen, because all we do is make stuff harder for ourselves. We're the ones here on earth. Okay, we're the ones taking the journey. God, the universe, angel, answer, they're just giving us guidance because we accept it. So we choose not to listen. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Ours, right? So listen to your intuition. Listen to the divine guidance. Love you guys. Bye.